we're gonna review a game you can't refuse. This is our review of Stool Pigeon.
Stool Pigeon is a take-that memory card game about the dreaded pigeon mafia, and I'm really glad that we stopped by and picked this up at Gen Con.
It's a hilarious theme and a fun card game that I want to play over and over again. We'll tell you all about it after this quick how to play. Stool Pigeon is played over a series of turns, with each player drawing a card, replacing a card from their crime scene in front of them, and then playing that replaced card.
Pigeon cards will have actions for the players to take when they play the card.
When played, witness cards will allow players to eliminate another witness card of the same type from their crime scene if they're the first to react.
The goal is to have the lowest possible score in your crime scene. When you think you've achieved that, instead of drawing, you'll knock, and that'll start the end game.
Each other player takes one final turn, then all players flip over their cards and add up their score. The player with the lowest score wins. We demoed this game at Gen Con with the creators from Barrel Age Games. We bought a copy so that we could do this review. However, they also gave us a free copy to do a giveaway.
Make sure to check out our Instagram for details on the giveaway. Links in the description below.
We met the guys from Barrel Age Games 3 years ago at Gen Con when they were just previewing the Moonshine Empire, and we really enjoyed playing that game because of all the fun tactile pieces. So we've always been following them on Instagram, see them every year at Gen Con. And so when I saw that they were promoting this game, Stool Pigeon, I like the theme. It's like the Pigeon Mafia. It really made me nostalgic for my childhood because I really like the TV show Animaniacs. I don't know if you ever watched that, but on the Animaniacs, they have a segment called Good Feathers, and it's like The Godfather, but it's with pigeons. So it makes me think of that show. So when we started playing it, it's a simple card game, but it's a lot of fun because it plays really quickly, and there's a lot of tension building and bluffing, and do I have the lowest? And if I knock, will people give me something? And do I have enough to hold over until the end of the game? I really like a lot of the dynamics that are going on when you're playing this game, especially with a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a nice small box, fun game. I really like at Gen Con, they had the little biohazard bag, so it had a little poop on it. We showed that in the unboxing. Here's the little poop here. Very thought out, very funny. You're like, okay, pigeons, poop. Yeah, obviously, let's do that. But it definitely plays very quickly, and even if you just want to have fun, cards are dealt, and you're like, I think I have the lowest. Like, obviously don't do that the whole time, then no one's gonna have fun because you'll probably always keep losing, right?
Yeah, the first time we were playing with a new player, he thought he was being smart. Oh, I had the lowest, I'm gonna go now. And he lost every time that he did that. I don't think he ever won a game the whole night that we were playing when we played this game. You really wanna know your cards and really figure out what cards you have. So when the game starts, you can look at the first two cards that are closest to you. So like right now, I have a 7 and a 2. And my 7 is a stool pigeon, and my 2 is a witness. So this stool pigeon will give me an ability when it's played. The witness won't do a whole lot. We'll explain that when we get there. The other two cards that are in the 4 in front of you, you don't get to see. So you don't know what they are. So if you knock right away, you could have 2 10s there and you're gonna lose. However, you may get lucky, maybe you have 2 1s there. You never know. I guess that's the luck of the draw that you're playing. However, it's not a good strategy. At least wait 1 turn. Then on your turn, you're gonna draw a card and then you're gonna see it. So you're gonna see a 4. You have to play it into your crime scene. However, you get to choose what you're replacing it with. And whatever you're replacing it with, that's the card that you're gonna play. So if I know that I had a 7 and the 4 is lower, I can replace it. However, if I wanted to see, oh, well, I don't know what these cards are, let me do the luck of the draw there, then I can replace one of the ones I don't know, and it's a 5. So it still ended up working for me. So I went down by 1, and now I get rid of this 5. And then when I play that 5, if anybody else has a 5, they can immediately play it. And if they're the first ones, they can eliminate their cards. Other players, if they're not the first ones, then they don't. However, if you're incorrect and you thought you had a 5, but you drew the wrong card and it's a different one, then you'll have to draw a card and add it to your crime scene. So you want to make sure you remember where your cards are. And as you're playing, you remember what you're adding and what you're moving around and how they're switching and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the move to like knock at the beginning of the game, I think you're just signaling to the other players like, these are really good that I just looked at. So obviously, if you have a card that lets you switch, or let's say you just draw one that lets you switch, I know I'm gonna go for that. Now, that being said, if you're thinking levels ahead, let's say you have 2 10s at the very start and you're like, come on, who wants to steal the 10s? Like, however, these could end up being 10s also, and you still run into like that whole, man, like, dang it.
Overall, there's not a whole lot more to this game. The stool pack that they gave away at Gen Con adds a nice little poop meeple, and it adds a couple extra cards. So when you draw the stool card, you can place this on there, and then people can't take it. They can still exchange it in other ones, but they can't outright destroy that card. So I do like that mechanic. It's a nice added bonus in there, but it's not necessary. So if you didn't get the stool sample, it's not like you're missing out. The game is still fun without the little stool sample expansion.
I like how it was just deceptively fun, right? Because I see pigeon, I'm like, okay, stool pigeon. It was going to be just a play on words. Let's see what it's got. However, like I said, the way that they turned a small box with just cards and really added some mechanics and added that Mafia aspect and like, oh, witness, and you do your witness or things like that. And there's a rat in here too. I was like, all right, good job. Good job there.
I like how addictive it can be because it plays so quickly and it is a fun game to play that once you've played it once, you immediately like, oh, I gotta play it again, especially if you don't win. You get that drive of, oh, this is a game, it takes less than 5 minutes sometimes that you can play, and it's like, oh, I didn't win, we gotta play this again. And if you really wanna play it again, even at the end of the night, after you've moved on to other games, at the end of the night, you're like, you know what, let's go back to Stool Pigeon for
Run it back.
I still gotta win at that game. It's one of those games where it is that addictive, I gotta win type of a game. So what did you not like about this game?
I would say my only minor issue with the game is like the 6 and the 9. I kept getting confused. Now I know there's little dots under here, so if I just counted out 6 dots versus 9 dots. However, yeah, I don't know why I did it, but I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know why I looked at it super fast. It's not like you guys were like trying to see what mines were either. So I don't know why I did that, but multiple times I was like, was it a 6 or a 9 that I have under there? Dang it, I don't remember now.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot about this game I don't like. Obviously, it's not a super complicated game. It's not going to be one of those heavy Euros. It's not going to be for every board game player. But if you like these quick, take that, memory, fast playing, funny theme, I think it checks all the boxes for me. So there's not a whole lot about this game that I don't like.
Overall, I'm really glad we picked it up. I had a lot of fun, whether it's the start of game night or the end of game night. If you just need that little like, hey, let's just play this real quick so I can get that itch out of the way. Stool Pigeon? You know, I really like that. So I'll probably give this a 7.5.
Overall, I like a lot about this game. I love the theme. It's hilarious. It reminds me of Animaniacs, like I was saying. I like how quick it is. You can teach this game really fast. So overall, I'm going to give the game a 9. That was our review of Stool Pigeon.
What'd you think? You ready to be the kingpin of game night? Let us know in the comments below.
And if you're enjoying our content, please like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like to enter the giveaway, check out the links in our description below.
Until next time, I'm Lee.
And I'm Kenny. And go party like a board gamer.